Good morning, Washington. How you doing, everybody? How's this? KMET rocks! From the grab bag of cool old radio t-shirts. DCRTV Shark Shack. Got a whole bunch of stuff there. This is the latest edition. How's that? Good effort. What is that? Classic Los Angeles rock station, KMET. Wasn't that a Metro Media station? You know, like WNEW in New York, the old WNEW, the rock station, and WNEW-AM, the nostalgic station, and of course WIP in Philly and WASH here in Washington, and the old WTTG, Channel 5, The Independent. They're all Metro Media stations, cool stations. John Kluge, wasn't he the big wheel behind Metro Media? Anyhow, good day, good morning. It's the 10th of April, 2012. Couple interesting things today. Rush Limbaugh is, he's been heard in Philadelphia on WPHT 1210 AM, which is a CBS-owned station. Well, anyhow, the big news is that CBS is going to be ending its deal with Rush, and he will no longer be on the station. They're going to put Michael Smerconish on in his place, that noon to 3 p.m. slot. And Michael, of course, you see a lot on MSNBC, substituting for Chris and guesting on Chris Matthews' Hardball show. He's a Philadelphia-based talker there, so that makes sense. Okay, so people are saying, so why are they taking Rush off? I mean, doesn't he get good ratings? Well, yeah, Rush does get good ratings, but there's two problems with Rush. His show's expensive, okay? He has to pay a lot for the show. And the other thing is advertisers now are tending to shy away from his show. So, for example, a station can get pretty good ratings by running Rush, and they do. I mean, on WMAL here in Washington, he's like 6th or 7th in the midday ratings, which is pretty good. But the problem is if you're a station paying a lot of money for a show, you want to get top advertising dollar. And the problem is, lately at least, after that, after Rush made the comment about the Georgetown student who didn't like the fact that her insurance wasn't paying for condoms and birth control stuff, it's like, so he had personally attacked the woman. Of course, it made a big stink, and a lot of advertisers pulled off his show. Well, this is nothing new to Rush. He's like that. He's very incendiary. And a lot of advertisers, they don't mind maybe advertising in a politically right-leaning show or a politically left-leaning show, but they don't want this incendiary, personal attack, vindictive stuff. So they just shy away. And so here's a radio station that's paying through the nose for Rush Limbaugh because he does get good ratings, but yet they can't sell the ads they need to sell to pay for the show and make a profit, And you hear that even on MAL here in Washington. You hear that there's you listen to the ad base during Limbaugh's show, and it's they sell ads. I mean, they're not running all PSAs or anything, but it's not top dollar type ad. You can kind of tell that. In fact, a lot of MAL shows are like that. It's amazing to me why Chris Plant is, he's probably more incendiary than Rush is. MAL could probably do better by putting somebody a little bit kick back on that in that 9 to noon slot and probably make more money. But, what the hell? It's the mystery. It's interesting, though, with MAL because they flipped over to FM. They flipped on the FM signal back in September, so they're still on AM. But, the ratings haven't gone up much. So, anyhow, I don't know. They haven't gone up at all. In fact, they've gone down. And there's rumors, too, that some of the Cumulus stations, which WMAL is one of them, might someday drop Limbaugh and put in Mike Huckabee because Cumulus just started syndicating Mike Huckabee. Although that probably won't happen here in Washington for a while yet. I'm not sure exactly how much longer Rush's contract runs with MAL, but we shall see. The weak link in the Washington Post's chain of newspaper. The style section, I don't know, the style section is always the weakest thing in the paper. I mean, the main A news section I like pretty much. The sports section is pretty good. Even the Metro section ain't bad. But I look at this style section, and every time I read the stupid thing, I'm like, I again, does this story need to take up so much of the front page of the style section? It's only a couple paragraphs. They don't have a story. They don't have enough news, so they got to put these giant headlines in. Well, let's take one little story that's going to have 4 paragraphs before the jump, and we'll take up 2/3 of the page. I mean, that's, yeah. And then, okay, here's the thing that gets you. It's again, these chicks, the rewrite source gals, Roxanne Roberts and Amy Artsinger. Okay, today they have a story on J.C. Hayward and her revelation last Friday that she has breast cancer. Okay? Now, this is Tuesday's paper. This is Tuesday's paper, and J.C.'s news was made on, she made the announcement on her noon newscast there on Channel 9 on Friday. On Friday. So this is, let's see, Saturday's 1 day, Sunday's 2 days, Monday's 3 days, 4 days later. 4 days. I mean, okay, we'll just sit on our big fat asses over here at the Post 4 days later and we'll report it. I realize it's not the, we're not in the day and age of the extra, where newspapers literally fought each other minute to minute to get news out. But this is lazy to get, and I don't know. It's kind of, again, the rewrite gals. These gals, so much of the stuff you see in this bloated section here, again, with big pictures, very little copy, is just rewritten from other news sources. Dingbats. Celebrities seen at area restaurants. That's about half of what they write about. The week column in the week section of the week newspaper. I'll tell you, I love JC. I hope she does well. I'm sure she will. But cancer was caught early, so she should be fine. But 4 days later on a story like this, it's just silly. And one good thing about today's style section, there's no Paul Fari in it. But there's a whole lot of, and this is another problem I have with this style section, is Lisa DeMaray's column. Now, I like Lisa, and I do like all the insider TV news she presents. It's cool. I'm a TV junkie, and I enjoy reading it. But here we go. Look at all, this is a column about some Fox programming changes. This isn't even a local story, okay? This is about some network crap at Fox where they're changing, they're going to get rid of cops, and they're going to, and then there's a story about Good Morning America and Glee, Okay, that's fine. But look how long this column is. It's how many paragraphs. It goes on and on and on and on, and it's mainly insider TV stuff. Lisa, and they do no local coverage in the TV section. It's all this kind of stuff you could get on, what's that, Nikki Fink's website or TV by the Numbers. There's internet sites that give this kind of coverage. And do you really need it in a print Washington Post? I really think they should take this TV section and make it more local. Tell us what's locally happening. It's a local newspaper. And, I don't know. Lisa just kind of, I don't know. It just, in all this insider TV news, does it really, I don't know. It just seems like the paper, it's not quite a fit for the paper. And a lot of it is just, I don't know. You look at Lisa's blog at WashingtonPost.com where she puts a lot of this stuff up before she gets it in the paper, and there's no comments on it. I can't imagine there's a giant audience demand, readership demand for a lot of it. Again, this paper needs to get back to its local roots. What is it? Tony Kornheiser always calls it the Wall Street Post, ever since Marcus Broccoli arrived there from the Wall Street Journal. It really, in many respects, is turning into a national paper and not a local one anymore. So whatever. All right, folks, that's my Dave TV for today, my rants and rages. Thanks for watching. And again, don't forget to help support us in our constant quest to raise donations. Again, we're a one-man website. Me! 15 years this summer, this fall. This September will be hitting our 15th anniversary. And the reason we've been here so long is because of your donations. Thank you very much. Make a donation. Click on the little support link on the front page of DCR TV and send us a few bucks. We appreciate it greatly. Thank you. God bless. And so, there!